Welcome to the second episode of The Corner 502. I'm your host, G1.
Yes, sir.
Young Thiz in the building.
Young Tiz.
For sure. LC didn't get to make it today, so shout out to LC. Okay, we're going to start off with this week's recap of sports and entertainment. Sunday, Dale Jr. won at Michigan International Speedway for the first time in 4 years in his 143 race skid. We're going to take it to Charlotte. The Bobcats hired St. John's assistant coach Mike Dunlap as head coach. Now we're going to take it to baseball. Roger Clemens was acquitted on all 6 federal perjury charges in his case, so he's now free man.
Free man.
White man.
Okay. Alright, now we're going to take it to the last thing of this week's recap. I know y'all all heard about the little brouhaha between Chris Breezy and Drake at the nightclub WIP.
Chris Breezy, who's that?
Chris Brown, whatever his name is.
Chris Breezy.
Okay.
Him and Drake got into a little scuffle, supposedly. They said bottles was thrown. It was an all-out scuffle, whatever. Anybody got any thoughts?
So nobody really knows what happened?
I don't really know.
Because nobody even knows if punches was thrown.
Right.
Evidently.
Which I doubt we can
It's
talk
kind of
about
hard to
Drake.
speculate.
Right.
But, judging the nigga's character, I don't know.
Right.
I just don't know, dog. Hey, maybe he did. Maybe he was going through some things, you feel me?
Right.
And the nigga just said the wrong thing to him, you feel me? Hey, chemical reaction, my nigga. And he just went off. But, supposedly I heard, Chris Brown got split.
Yeah.
His chin was split and shit.
Yeah, he did get split. I seen the picture of that. I guess he posted it on Twitter or something. Yeah, a little split right there in his chin.
Could have been a bottle.
Yeah.
Could have been a bottle.
They definitely drew blood then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, niggas was bleeding, I know niggas was bleeding. There was blood all over the entourage and junk.
Right.
But I didn't see anything. I didn't see neither one of these niggas throw punches, what I'm saying. So it's kind of hard for me to speculate.
Reportedly, Chris Brown sent the bottle over to Drake, and Drake sent the bottle back with a note on it.
For real talk?
Yeah.
That's how it went down? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And Drake was at the party with Tony Parker and Meek Mill. So I
He's
guess
feeling himself. He's
yeah.
smelling himself.
So I guess whatever Drake wrote on the bottle, I'm really not sure, but you can check the net. But it kind of made Chris Brown mad. So he walked over at Chris Brown ain't no punk. He might sing.
Right.
I feel like Drake is more of a punk than Chris Brown.
I can't argue.
You know what I'm saying? He want to sing too, but he can't. That's 2 singing ass niggas, you know what I'm saying? One singing ass nigga's harder than the other singing ass nigga.
Right.
Shouts out to you, Drake. I like your music, man.
R&B,
Please give me a feature.
R&B battle.
But anyway,
Nah, please give me a feature.
you know what I'm saying? This. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, I didn't hear that, but that's interesting.
Yeah, man.
Good report right there.
Yeah, that's some inside news right there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word on
Inside
the street.
Word on the street.
Hey, it's the nigga with the word on the street. Alright, fellas. Well, I guess we're going to... Also, on Sunday, the Heat defeated the Thunder to go up 2-1 in that series. But I'm going to take it to the Roger Clemens thing. I got a couple questions on that. Do you think he's the first ballot Hall of Fame?
Roger Clemens?
Roger Clemens. First ballot. First time around. He's in the Hall.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard to say. And I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm not a real big baseball fan anyways, but I'd rather see it. I'd rather be a nigga. But Roger Clemens, I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
It's hard for me to say, man. I don't want to make a bad judgment because,
Right. Well, you know, we're gonna try, I guess, keep it strictly to the on field though. On field, do you think he's
Personally, I think Roger Clemens is guilty. You know, like they did my man Barry Bonds, they charged him guilty.
Right.
For the same accusations, you know. So why ain't Roger Clemens guilty? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess
I feel like it's a conspiracy against my man Barry Bonds.
right?
Man, Charles, man.
That's true,
Right.
though. You can't have a set of rules for one player and not a set of rules for another. You know?
Maybe it might be the color of his skin,
Right.
or the way he talk. I don't know.
Right.
But why he ain't guilty? Everybody know he took steroids. I know he took steroids.
Right.
Hell.
Right. Well, that's an interesting question. I got another question on, well, not necessarily baseball. This goes for all sports. Do you feel someone's off-field troubles should affect them making the Hall of Fame?
The offensive struggles?
No, the off-field troubles.
The off-field?
If it's in basketball off-court, football off-field. Somebody has some, you know, maybe drug problems or problems with the
It's
law.
hard
Do you
to
feel
say,
that should
man.
affect their Hall of Fame status?
In my opinion, I feel like it shouldn't, if it's not related in any way to, you know, the craft, the game, or anything that, you know, but saying that though, it's like so, you know, the game has changed so much now that they, you know, they nitpick at any little thing you do off the court, and that's the real, you know, the reality of it is that they do, it does. Whether you, whether you think it does or not, it does. At the end of the day, it does affect the people who, you know, are sitting up there and have the, you know, the power to, you know, you know, it matters to them for sure.
So I'm sure a lot of the guys back in the day, some of these famous players that we all grew up hearing about, I'm sure they had some off-field problems too, but like you said, media wasn't as big as
it was like that.
The internet wasn't as big as it is now, you know. It's like
they feed
social
off
media, everything. Just
like back then, it was nothing for a player to go through a divorce and the fans not even know about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not now.
Yeah.
You know, not now. That's not even gonna happen.
Across the internet as soon as it happens. You have any thoughts on the subject, Liz?
Well, personally, I think outfield shouldn't. If you play a sport, it shouldn't be tied in with your life. You know.
Right.
Some of the best players, they're probably crazy off the field.
Right.
But as far as sports go, they're probably the best on the field. You go to Hall of Fame, what you show on the field, not outside the field. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you get paid all this money. It's like going to work. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? Anybody goes to work, they get paid to do what they do.
Absolutely right. If you work in a warehouse, you know, you're not gonna go in the warehouse and your boss be like, you know, I heard you know, you're beating on your wife at home. You know, we can't have that. And that's gonna affect your pay. Come on, man. No. It's not like that. So why is it different? You know, a double standard for superstars.
Right.
That's not right to me. And I'm broke.
Right.
I feel you, brother. To all my broke niggas, I feel you, man. Shit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. I guess we're gonna go right into the subjects of. Actually, I forgot. We got today's. We got Young Tez in the building. Last week he was supposed to do the top 5 albums instead, didn't get to make it, but we got him today. So we're gonna take him to Tez's personal top 5 albums, mixtapes for the summer.
Okay, I'm gonna take it to my top 5 albums and mixtapes. Don't forget albums and mixtapes. From the summer of what, 11 to now?
Yeah.
From the summer of 11 to now. And feel free to, you know, make any kind of comments as I go through my list. Number 5, I'm gonna start from the bottom. Number 5, I'm gonna have to go with. It's gonna have to be the T.I. I'm gonna say the T.I. Fuck the City Up mixtape.
Okay.
Fuck the City Up mixtape. Y'all heard that shit?
Yeah, I got it personally. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
It was solid. It was solid for his little comeback.
Right.
I say, and I fucks with Tip, so I give him 5 on that.
Yeah.
Moving to 4. I'm gonna have to give it to. I can't put my nigga in that one. I can't put my nigga in 4. 4, I'm gonna have to give it to the Meek Mills, man. I'm gonna give it to the Meek Mill, the Dream Chasers too. I know you might have a problem with that.
It might be number 2, man.
It's gotta be number 2.
I got some strong opinions on that Dream Chasers too. I really like that nigga Meek Mills, man. He's going out real hard. He's hungry right now. He's doing this thing, and I like it's a mixtape, but he got songs on there too. You know, kind of like an album feel. Some of the songs, he got some deep jokes. You know,
he do. Like you said, it's a collage of songs that did not make his album. So that's why it sounds like an album. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
some tracks I bop top on that Meek Mills.
I might regret that, but I'm gonna stick with it. Number 4, Meek Mills, Dream Chasers 2. Number 3. Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with the Jada Consignment. I'm gonna have to put the Jada Consignment. The Jada Consignment right there over the Meek Mills, just because I feel like it had more lyrical structure. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Meek Mill, he goes in. Don't get me wrong, but Jada's a vet. You hear Jada, the hooks is right, nigga. Everything's right. The beats is right. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do say about Meek that the nigga need to work on his hooks. You feel me? You can tell he hasn't perfected that part of his craft, right? Because he's just a nigga that just rips off the top. You know, it's probably hard for him to. He can rap about anything, but you know, you gotta have that hook. That's the glue. You feel me?
Right.
And you know, Jada, he's a vet. He got that. He got them classic hooks, nigga. And that mixtape as well really sounded like an album to me. You know,
I like that Jada. It's tough, man. He got a lot of features on that too. That's which I don't mind on the mixtape because you know it's not your album, so I don't mind on the mixtape. But he got a lot of features, and he got I like the production for real. It's got a down south kind of feel to it, production wise.
Yeah,
I think he already got the lyrics. He already know that. That's the only thing I feel that he may have lacked in the past.
Right.
Was some of maybe his production.
His production, because you know he was on that East Coast shit.
Right.
But I think when he first got with Lil Jon, I remember that shit on them crunk shits back in the day. When he first got with that nigga and he made magic, he was like, oh yeah, it clicked. From that day, if you peep that nigga's career from that, you know, time on, that nigga, you know, switched it all the way up.
Right.
And he elevated his career. You know, like they said, the best niggas gotta reinvent themselves, nigga.
Right.
And that's what he did.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
So shout out to my nigga Jada. Moving on to number 2. I'm gonna have to give it to the big homie Jeezy for the TN-103. I'm gonna put him at number 2 because I feel like he had a lot on his shoulders down for this. You know what I'm saying? For this album to really be a classic, and I think he put it in there with the Recession and the you know, the Thug Motivation 101. If you ask me.
Yeah, the Jeezy stuff though.
The Jeezy stuff.
I personally haven't listened to it all the way through.
I put Jeezy number 5, man.
I was just thinking the same thing though. I would have to slide him back behind just because I've been I've been on that Jada kissing that Meek Mills real tough for like the last month and a half, 2 months. That's why I've really been on Jada and Meek Mills, and I guess I'm just a prisoner of the moment right now, but they definitely have to be in front of that TN-103. I'm with the Thug Motivation movement, you know what I'm saying? Jeezy, shout out to you. But I don't know if I can put a
right. I feel that.
Or that Jada.
It's hard to do.
And I might have to flip-flop Jada. My personal top 5, I would have to flip-flop Jada and Meek Mill.
Jada and Meek?
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Personally, I put Jada number 1.
That Jada?
Jada's your number 1?
Number 1.
You didn't say nothing about the mixtape, so you was feeling it?
I was feeling it, man.
The Consignment.
It ain't left my CD player about 2 weeks, man.
Right.
Yeah, it's like that.
Bill Gates nightmares.
Yeah, it's like that. It's real grown up too. You know, that's another thing I like about that.
Jada make you think, man. He spit that deep thought. Meek Mill just spit that killer.
Right.
Yeah.
Make you wanna kill somebody.
But he got the deep thought to him though.
Yeah.
And waiting on him since I was 16.
Yeah, he's starting the show. I think he's starting the show. He ain't really showed us what he got.
Used to
for
be
real
anyway.
anyway.
Yeah. He got some deep thoughts on there though.
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying. Jada got that just off of lyrics. He'll make you think. But I don't know.
Moving on to number one.